Hi everybody, and welcome back to Hex Token channel. Now this video is pretty much about a Hex price prediction video. It's going to be a little different from a typical one, so let's get straight into it. We're going to have a look what I think is about to be a turning point. And of course, this is not investment advice, but I'm going to make an argument here. And so let's get into it at the moment. So here we are on the price. Now, just following the daily vid, the price did get a nice little buy. Whale came in 2 million hex bought for 376,000. Pretty cool, 30 minutes ago, so that was pretty nice. And we also got some good news about IRS ruling that they won't tax unsold state crypto income in the United States. So that's positive for the American investors. So two cool pieces of news there, and the price had a nice little move up. Now we have been trading in this range between 17 cents and 20 cents in this channel, and of course we're in this sort of downward pendant or triangle, and of course expecting a breakout out of this sort of very bullish. We also have, of course, the repeating patterns. We have a big move, a small move, then a big move, a small move, and then a big move. So definitely looking good. Also, fundamentals are ahead of us into Pulse X in about 21 days sacrifice, and also waiting for Pulse Chain Testnet 3, and of course the launch of Pulse Chain in March at the earliest, and April possibly after Pulse Chain Testnet 3 needs the time. So definitely getting in the zone there though, folks. And of course we've got this bigger triangle here that we need to break this resistance up here. 27 cents at somewhere in this mark here. So waiting for that too. All right, let's get into some of the indicators where I think the price is starting to turn. So let's have a look at the DMI, and we're going to look at this. So this is the positive DMI, the green here, and the negative is the red. So I've changed the colors, of course. The green is buyers and sellers. Seller is red, and then of course we've got the DMX, which is the strength of the trend. So these are the selling price momentum and the buying price momentum, and of course this is the strength of the trend. So if you've got those ideas there, we'll repeat those, but for sure. All right, so we've got the selling price momentum a trend is sort of going down, and we've got the buyers just ticking up here, especially with that last buy that we just had boosting us up here. Now the signal line, of course, is going up here, and what is important is these indicators on the side here, the 20 measure, and of course this is starting to suggest that we're in some sort of strength of a trend, particularly with the signal line. And if we can get up to 25 on that, that really gives us a strong trend. So 20 is signaling a bit of a start of a trend, so we're across that now. We're currently at a 21.4, and of course 25 is signaling a strong trend and the momentum of the trend. So nice on that. So that's looking really cool. We're also getting this uptick. What we want to see is for really strong, we want to see the red selling price cross over down below this momentum, and of course get the buyers start moving up. So let's just draw that on quickly. We're going to draw some of those, and of course here we are at 20. We're going to draw 20, and that gives us that fact that we've got a bit of a trend happening here, and of course we want a strong trend will be somewhere over 25. So that's where we want to get to with the signal line. And of course if we want to get that, we want this signal line really to go up this way, and that's the direction that we want. So let me just put an arrow in there. So that's kind of the direction we want. I'll just change this to yellow, just to make that different color. And I'll make that yellow too. I'll make that maybe a softer yellow. So we want to get up into the strong signal line with this. And of course, we want the red line, the seller's line, to decrease. So we want that to decrease down there. And of course, we're going to add that and change color to, I guess, a red. Let's find something that's a similar red there. That's too strong, so let's go into maybe that red. That's too weak, so let's get just right. That's just right, so that seems pretty good to me. So we want to see that there go down that direction, and of course we want the buyers trend to cross over this here, like this, somewhere like this. And so we're going to make that green. Let's get a nice green. Got to make sure that's about right. No, too weak. And let's go for a stronger one there. That's not quite there. That looks pretty good to me. So we want to sort of have that green go above there, and the signal line can go, let's say it can go somewhere like that. So when we get these crossovers, very, very powerful. And of course, when we cross over this 25, it's going to be super, super bullish. So I think we're starting to get a bit of this. This is what we want to see. And this is our observation. So that's what we want to see happen. And I think that's super bullish once we get into that. Let me just delete that. And so this is what we want to, this is the outcome. So we're watching for this in the next few days, folks. This is what we want to watch for. We've definitely got the sellers line coming down. We've got the buyers line coming up at the moment. And of course, the signal line or the DMX line here. This is the momentum, remember, of this trend. We'll see what happens. And of course, we want the buyers to beat out the sellers and have the strong momentum and get us over that 25. It would be very strong, but over 20 is showing some strength in the trend there on the indicator. So pretty cool on that. And of course, if we pull up the old price chart again, we can see that that would play out very well, especially leading up to the fundamentals. So get some strong TA, some strong closer to the fundamentals. We're probably going to need a rise. So maybe even the next week, we could see that within the next 3 to 7 days, see this start to play out. And that would give us our confirmation that we're really going to start moving up. So pretty exciting. Let's have a quick look at the RSI. Of course, RSI's got plenty of room to move. And of course, that means that we can, we can go up to the moon there as well. So that's what we want to see play out. So that could be pretty cool. We've got a long way to run, and that means that we can have a really nice price curve increase. So pretty cool on that. Let me jump out of there. So that's probably the highlights there. Let me just get that up there. That's probably the highlights of where I think we're probably going at the moment. This is like a pre-price prediction, because once we get these crossed over, then we've got a chance of a big rally. Now let's have a look back in the past and see where that's actually played out. So obviously had the huge rally up here. And of course, we had the sellers line in the red crossed below the buyers line. The buyers line crossed over, and of course the signal line then crossed over the sellers line, giving us a real strength. And then we got up to 25 here, and boom, the buyers line was above the momentum. The momentum was for the buyers, and away we went. We went up with the roses. So that's what we're trying to watch for over here. Very exciting. We also saw that here. The buyers crossed over the sellers, and of course the DMX line or momentum was in favor of the buyers. So that's what we're looking for, folks. So we've got one example, two examples, and that's what we're looking for here as well. And we also saw this briefly here, but the strength of momentum was not as strong. So we ended up coming down. So very interesting there. So that orange line was above the buyers line for a little while. And quite a while as the sellers were coming in, but our buyer's strength didn't last long, and the DMI, sorry, the DMX was up at 30, but came down pretty quickly. So definitely looking good, folks. This is what we want to see right here, and we've got the fundamentals, and looks like TA starting to support that. So going to be pretty exciting. Hope you enjoyed that. Once again, this is kind of a different look at the hex price prediction, but gives you kind of a feel for what we're looking for moving up in the next, say, 3 to 7 days. Going to be exciting. And it was certainly very good, very cool to see this nice buy just after the market close. Very cool. All right, just sitting around about 19 cents at the moment. Looking good. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to catch me for the PulseX live show. Feel free to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. And I look forward to your comments on this one. Bye for now.